Hey guys, so I just wanted to talk this morning a little bit about something that I notice quite often in I would say in all of my clients, and uh, it's also a pattern that I've noticed in myself over the years because I'm definitely not perfect, right? But one thing that I've found that a lot of people don't even know is this program that's running in the back of your mind, and it can be really hurtful and really set you back. And so, I think as we get older, we start to think about things a little bit differently, right? When you're young and a teenager and that, you think you know everything, and then you realize as you get older, hey, maybe I don't know anything. And then there comes the phase where you start to gain a little wisdom and you start to understand that um, the concept that you don't know what you don't know, right? And even that concept is kind of out there for a lot of people. It's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. But if you really think about it, there's so many things that you don't know that you don't know. And but when you take it to that next level, and I wouldn't even say that's the final level, but when you take it to that next level of you can't always believe what you think you know. Let me say that again. You can't always believe what you think you know. To me, that's when we start to gain a level of understanding, a level of wisdom that's kind of next level. That's kind of, it kind of starts to set you apart from other people. Because a lot of people, then there's people that just don't care, right? And that's fine too. If you don't care, that's fine. But if you're trying to get better, and you go through those stages, if you will, where you know everything, and then you start to doubt everything that you thought you knew, and then you realize you don't know what you don't know, and then you start to realize you can't always believe what you thought you knew. That opens a whole new avenue for you to get better and to be a better person and to be more understanding and enjoy life a lot more. And so just for a couple of examples, we all remember when what eggs were bad for us, coffee was supposed to be bad for us, all fats were bad for us. I mean, if you're an older person like me, you remember Jack LaLanne. The guy was just jacked, right? And in 1936, he opened the very first gym, what we would recognize as a gym today. He was the first one to ever do that. And doctors tried to throw him in jail. They tried to have him arrested, saying he was a charlatan. He was going to, cause these people to get muscle bound and give them hemorrhoids, and which may be true. But all of these things, he was going to kill people, cause heart attacks, all that kind of stuff. And that was, I mean, it seems like 90 years is a long time ago, but in the course of history, that wasn't all that long ago. So there's all these things that we thought we knew, but we really can't believe all of those things. And where I really see it show up is the stories we tell ourselves about, and it usually starts with, "Oh, I suck at that," right? And I can tell you a personal story from, about myself. Is I used to tell myself, because some people I do think have a gift of remembering people's names a little easier than other people. It can be learned. You can get better at it, but what I used to tell myself is, man, I just suck at remembering names. I wish I was better, but I just suck at remembering names, okay? And so I kept telling myself that over the years. And guess what? When I didn't even realize it till I started coaching other people, but these words, these stories we tell ourselves matter. Because what my unconscious mind started hearing is that I suck at remembering names. And anytime, especially when you start to attach a lot of emotion to that, like, geez, I don't want to be that way. I don't want to suck at remembering names because that's important to me, right? So when you repeat something over and over, you have that thought over and over, and you attach a lot of emotion to it, what your unconscious mind is doing, okay, I guess he really wants to quit, to keep sucking at remembering names, right? We have to be really careful about those things. Anytime you tell yourself, "Oh, I suck at that. I'm not genetically gifted. I'm getting older," all of these stories, and pay attention for yourself. It usually starts with, "Oh, I suck at that." Okay. When you say that, I want you to just stop and hesitate for a second and go, And what I know personally, and it's worked for myself and for with coaching other men, is that a better way to say that and to think about that is, you know what, I used to be really bad at remembering names, but I'm getting better every day. You know, I used to be the type of person that didn't value going to the gym or made a lot of excuses about not having enough time or ability, or I got a bad shoulder. I used to be that guy that made excuses about not going to the gym, but I'm getting better every day. You know, today I'm going to do one push-up, whatever it is. So I used to be whatever you're telling yourself you suck at, but you're getting better every day. When you start to change that dialogue inside your unconscious mind, it really is magical how a lot of those things can turn around. And I can truly say I'm not, you know, I don't remember everybody's name, but I'm noticeably better now because of that, because of just making that one little shift. And it happened almost instantaneously. It wasn't like it took, you know, a year for me to notice that. It was almost instantaneous when I changed that dialogue in my mind, that I used to not be very good at remembering people's names, but I'm getting just a little bit better every day. It's amazing how those things can literally change your life. So I would just encourage you, the next time you even in conversation, you're talking to somebody, you know, I'm not naturally gifted at that, you know, whatever it is. I can't jump, I can't run, I can't do this, I can't do that. Anytime you start telling yourself you suck at that, it's a great way to test this theory out and say, yeah, I used to not be very good at that, but I'm getting just a little bit better every day. It's amazing how just changing that little bit of wording, your unconscious mind will figure out ways to make that happen for you. That's why, you know, those deeper stages of sleep are so important, because that's when your unconscious mind is trying to figure out how to make these happen for you. They're like, oh, he doesn't want to suck at remembering names. I thought he did, but now he's saying he's getting better. And so how can I help consolidate that memory? How can we start to make those neural pathways start to work better? How can we become more efficient? It's amazing how efficient the body is at healing itself if we give it the right tools. So I hope that makes a difference. I would, if you have any comments about that, about, you know, what you suck at, send me a message, and I'd love to hear how this works for you, because I know it's worked for a lot of my clients and with different issues that they're struggling with. So anyhow, thanks for listening today. Make it a great day. If you want to talk about the thing you're struggling with, or you want to learn anything more about the training that we do here, or the Antifragile Brotherhood that we've created here to see if you qualify for that, reach out, comment vital, and we'll have a conversation and see how we can help. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you. We're here to make a difference, and anything we can do to make that happen that's what we're here for. So cheers. Make it a great day.